Have you noticed that almost every time a breakthrough in transportation makes headlines, China seems to be leading the conversation? For years, the world watched China become a manufacturing powerhouse. But today, it's competing in an entirely different race. A race to build the fastest, smartest, and most advanced transportation systems on Earth, and the speed of that transformation has captured global attention. From ultra-fast trains to futuristic electric vehicles and next-generation engineering, China is investing billions of dollars to reshape how people and goods move. The question is no longer whether China can compete. The real question is, how far ahead can it go? Today, we'll explore the remarkable transportation technologies that are redefining mobility, pushing engineering to new limits, and influencing the future of global transportation. Some of these machines look like they came straight from a science fiction movie, yet they're already becoming reality. Let's begin. For decades, transportation innovation was largely associated with countries like the United States, Germany, and Japan. These nations introduced some of the world's most influential cars, aircraft, and railway systems. But over the past 2 decades, another country has accelerated at an astonishing pace. China, what started as rapid industrial growth, has evolved into one of the world's largest investments in transportation technology. Instead of simply improving existing systems, Chinese engineers have focused on building entirely new ones. Massive research programs, advanced manufacturing, artificial intelligence, battery technology, high-speed rail, electric mobility. Every one of these sectors is moving forward at remarkable speed. China now operates the largest high-speed rail network on the planet. Stretching tens of thousands of miles, it connects major cities with speeds that were once considered impossible for everyday travel. A journey that once required most of a day can now take only a few hours. This transformation has changed how millions of people travel for work, education, and business. But speed alone isn't the goal. Efficiency is. Modern transportation is no longer just about moving faster. It's about moving smarter. New trains continuously monitor their own systems. Artificial intelligence helps optimize routes. Digital monitoring predicts maintenance before problems appear. Passengers receive real-time information through intelligent systems that improve reliability and safety. The result is a transportation network designed for the future rather than the past. China is also investing heavily in magnetic levitation technology. Unlike traditional trains that roll on steel wheels, Maglev trains float slightly above the track using powerful magnetic forces. With almost no physical contact, friction is dramatically reduced. That allows incredibly smooth travel at extraordinary speeds. Engineers continue testing even faster versions that could redefine long-distance transportation. Although many of these systems are still developing, the pace of research demonstrates how seriously China is pursuing next-generation mobility. But trains represent only one part of a much larger picture. The country's automotive industry has undergone an equally dramatic transformation. Not long ago, Chinese vehicles were rarely discussed outside domestic markets. Today, many manufacturers are competing globally with advanced electric vehicles featuring cutting-edge battery technology, intelligent driving systems, and highly connected digital interiors. Several companies are introducing vehicles capable of impressive driving ranges while reducing charging times. Engineers continue searching for better battery chemistry, greater efficiency, and improved safety. Competition has become incredibly intense, and every breakthrough pushes the entire industry forward. Autonomous driving is another major focus. Advanced sensors, cameras, radar, and artificial intelligence allow vehicles to understand their surroundings in ways that seemed impossible only a decade ago. Although fully autonomous transportation still faces technical and regulatory challenges, development continues at remarkable speed. Entire cities are becoming testing grounds for smarter transportation systems. Traffic signals communicate with vehicles. Road infrastructure becomes digitally connected. Data helps reduce congestion while improving safety. Transportation is evolving into an intelligent network rather than simply a collection of roads and vehicles. Behind every innovation lies an enormous investment in research and development. Universities collaborate with technology companies. Government-backed infrastructure projects support large-scale testing. Private companies compete to introduce the next breakthrough before anyone else. This combination of competition and investment has accelerated innovation across multiple industries simultaneously. The impact extends far beyond China. As new technologies mature, manufacturers around the world respond with innovations of their own. The result is faster progress for the entire transportation industry. Consumers benefit from better technology, greater efficiency, lower emissions, and increasingly intelligent vehicles. But this is only the beginning. Some of China's newest transportation projects are unlike anything currently operating anywhere else. Machines designed not just to improve travel, but to completely redefine it. And that's exactly where we're heading next. As transportation technology continues to evolve, some of China's newest projects are moving beyond improving existing vehicles. They're attempting to reinvent transportation from the ground up. One of the biggest areas of focus is ultra-high-speed rail. For decades, trains traveling over 200 miles per hour seemed extraordinary. Today, Chinese engineers are working to push those limits even further. The newest generation of high-speed trains is being designed to travel faster while using energy more efficiently. Advanced aerodynamics reduce air resistance. Lighter materials improve performance. Smarter onboard systems constantly monitor every critical component. The goal isn't simply breaking speed records, it's creating transportation that remains reliable, comfortable, and practical for millions of passengers every year. Every improvement in efficiency saves enormous amounts of energy across an entire rail network. Even small engineering changes can produce significant long-term benefits. Another area receiving global attention is magnetic levitation technology. Unlike conventional trains, Maglev systems use powerful electromagnetic forces to lift the train slightly above the guideway. With virtually no wheel to track friction, the ride becomes incredibly smooth. Less friction also means less wear on mechanical parts. Maintenance requirements can decrease while operating speeds increase. Researchers continue exploring ways to make these systems more affordable and practical for wider use. Although building dedicated infrastructure requires major investment, supporters believe the long-term advantages could be substantial. Some experimental concepts even explore transportation inside low-pressure tubes. The idea is simple in theory, but extremely challenging in practice. By reducing air resistance, vehicles could potentially travel much faster than traditional trains. Several countries are researching similar concepts, and China remains one of the nations investing in future high-speed transportation technologies. Whether these systems become common remains uncertain, but the research itself is driving innovation across multiple engineering fields. Transportation isn't only changing on the ground. Electric aviation is becoming another exciting frontier. Companies around the world are developing electric aircraft capable of carrying passengers over shorter distances. China has entered this race with significant investment. Engineers are working on electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, often called eVTOLs. These aircraft are designed to lift off like helicopters, while flying efficiently like airplanes. If successfully integrated into cities, they could eventually provide new options for urban transportation. Although widespread commercial use will take time, progress continues each year. Battery technology remains one of the biggest challenges. Fortunately, improvements are happening rapidly. Modern battery systems store more energy while becoming lighter and safer. Researchers are exploring new materials that could further improve charging speed and overall performance. Every breakthrough affects more than just electric cars. It also benefits buses, trucks, trains, aircraft, and renewable energy storage. In many ways, batteries have become one of the most important technologies shaping the future of transportation. Artificial intelligence is transforming transportation just as dramatically. Modern vehicles generate enormous amounts of data every second. Sensors monitor tire pressure, battery health, motor performance, weather conditions, traffic patterns, road surfaces. AI processes this information almost instantly. Instead of waiting for problems to occur, predictive systems can identify potential issues before drivers even notice them. This improves reliability while reducing maintenance costs. For large transportation fleets, those savings become enormous. Smart cities are also becoming an important part of this transformation. Transportation no longer depends solely on the vehicle itself. Roads, traffic lights, parking systems, and communication networks increasingly work together. Connected infrastructure allows traffic to flow more efficiently. Emergency vehicles receive priority. Public transportation operates with greater precision. Drivers receive real-time updates that help avoid congestion. The result is a transportation ecosystem where information moves almost as quickly as the vehicles themselves. China is investing heavily in these intelligent transportation networks. Large cities continue testing advanced digital systems designed to improve efficiency while reducing delays. Many of these projects combine artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and high-speed communications into one integrated network. Freight transportation is also evolving. Autonomous delivery vehicles are being tested for logistics. Smart warehouses use robotics to organize shipments. Automated systems help move goods from factories to ports with increasing efficiency. For global trade, even small improvements in logistics can save billions of dollars each year. As manufacturing grows more advanced, transportation must evolve alongside it. This is why innovation is happening across every part of the supply chain. Perhaps the most impressive aspect isn't any single vehicle. It's the speed at which multiple technologies are advancing together. High-speed rail, electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, battery development, smart infrastructure, autonomous systems. Each breakthrough strengthens the others. Together, they're creating a transportation revolution that's unfolding faster than many experts expected. But the competition is far from over. Around the world, other nations are investing heavily in similar technologies. The race to define the future of transportation is becoming one of the most important technological competitions of the 21st century. As impressive as today's transportation technology may seem, some of the projects now under development look like they're decades ahead of their time. Engineers are no longer asking how to make vehicles slightly faster. They're asking how to redesign the entire transportation experience. One major focus is sustainability. Future transportation isn't just expected to move people efficiently. It's expected to do so while reducing emissions, conserving energy, and minimizing environmental impact. China has invested heavily in expanding electric transportation across multiple industries. Electric buses now operate in many cities. Electric delivery vehicles continue replacing conventional fleets. Battery-powered trucks are being introduced for commercial transportation. Each step helps reduce dependence on traditional fuels while encouraging new technologies. Hydrogen is another technology attracting serious attention. Unlike battery-powered vehicles, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles generate electricity through a chemical reaction, producing only water vapor as a direct emission. Supporters believe hydrogen could become especially useful for heavy-duty trucks, buses, ships, and other vehicles that require long operating ranges. Several countries, including China, continue investing in hydrogen research and infrastructure. Whether hydrogen becomes widespread remains uncertain, but many experts see it as an important part of future transportation. Automation is advancing just as quickly. Factories producing transportation equipment increasingly rely on robotics for precision manufacturing. Automated inspection systems identify tiny imperfections that would be difficult for the human eye to detect. Artificial intelligence analyzes production quality in real time. This combination improves consistency while reducing manufacturing errors. The result is transportation equipment built with greater precision than ever before. Inside modern vehicles, digital technology is transforming the passenger experience. Large touchscreen displays replace traditional controls. Voice assistants respond to spoken commands. Navigation systems update traffic conditions instantly. Vehicles receive software updates remotely, allowing new features to be added without visiting a service center. Transportation is becoming increasingly connected to the digital world. Passengers expect convenience alongside performance. For many manufacturers, software has become just as important as mechanical engineering. Safety remains another critical priority. Advanced driver assistance systems continue becoming more capable every year. Multiple cameras monitor surrounding traffic. Radar tracks nearby vehicles. Sensors detect pedestrians and cyclists. Emergency braking systems react faster than human reflexes in certain situations. While these technologies don't eliminate accidents entirely, they can reduce risk when properly designed and used. Researchers continue improving these systems through millions of miles of testing and data analysis. Infrastructure is evolving as well. High-speed charging stations are expanding. Smarter highways communicate with connected vehicles. Digital mapping becomes increasingly accurate. Cloud computing allows transportation systems to exchange information almost instantly. Every improvement strengthens the overall network. Transportation is no longer viewed as isolated vehicles traveling independently. Instead, it's becoming an interconnected ecosystem. China's rapid infrastructure development has provided opportunities to test many of these technologies on a large scale. New transportation hubs combine rail networks, electric vehicle charging, public transit, and digital communication systems into integrated centers. Passengers can move between different forms of transportation more efficiently than ever before. As cities continue growing, this level of coordination becomes increasingly important. Of course, innovation also brings challenges. Building advanced transportation networks requires enormous investment. Maintaining complex infrastructure demands highly skilled workers. Cybersecurity becomes more important as transportation systems rely on digital communication. Protecting connected vehicles from cyber threats is now considered an essential part of transportation planning. Governments and technology companies continue working to strengthen security as systems become more sophisticated. Global competition is accelerating innovation even further. Manufacturers around the world constantly compare new technologies. Every major breakthrough encourages competitors to respond with improvements of their own. Consumers ultimately benefit from this competition. Vehicles become more efficient. Transportation becomes safer. New ideas reach the market faster. Instead of slowing innovation, global competition often speeds it up. This race extends beyond individual companies. Entire countries view transportation technology as an important part of future economic growth. Leadership in transportation can influence manufacturing, exports, infrastructure development, and technological expertise. That's one reason investments continue increasing around the world. No country wants to fall behind in one of the fastest-changing industries on Earth. Perhaps the biggest lesson from China's transportation development is that long-term planning can reshape an entire industry. Projects that require years of research eventually become everyday reality. What once seemed impossible gradually becomes normal. High-speed rail was once considered an extraordinary achievement. Today, millions of passengers rely on it every day. Electric vehicles were once viewed as experimental. Now, they are becoming increasingly common on roads across the globe. The same pattern may repeat with today's emerging technologies. Some concepts currently under development could become standard transportation within the next few decades. Others may never move beyond the testing phase. That's the nature of innovation. Not every experiment succeeds. But every experiment teaches engineers something valuable. And with each new breakthrough, the future moves one step closer. The future of transportation isn't arriving one invention at a time. It's being built through thousands of innovations happening simultaneously. China's rapid progress demonstrates how quickly technology can evolve when engineering, manufacturing, infrastructure, and research move in the same direction. The result is a transportation industry changing faster than almost anyone predicted. From high-speed rail to electric vehicles, intelligent traffic systems, advanced batteries, automation, and next-generation mobility, the pace of innovation continues to accelerate. Every new breakthrough influences the next. More efficient batteries improve electric vehicles. Smarter software enhances autonomous systems. Faster communication networks strengthen intelligent transportation. Advanced materials make vehicles lighter, stronger, and more energy efficient. Each technology supports another, creating a cycle of continuous improvement. For travelers, these innovations promise shorter travel times, greater comfort, and increased safety. For businesses, they reduce transportation costs and improve logistics. For cities, they create opportunities to reduce congestion while improving mobility for millions of people. And for manufacturers, they represent one of the most competitive industries in the world. But technology alone doesn't determine success. Building advanced transportation requires skilled engineers, long-term investment, reliable infrastructure, and continuous research. Every new vehicle represents years of testing. Every railway requires enormous planning. Every battery breakthrough results from countless experiments inside research laboratories. Behind every impressive machine stands thousands of engineers, scientists, technicians, and workers turning ambitious ideas into reality. Competition between nations is also driving remarkable progress. Around the world, countries continue investing in transportation technologies designed to improve speed, efficiency, and sustainability. The United States remains a global leader in aerospace, advanced manufacturing, software, and automotive innovation. Japan continues advancing railway engineering and precision manufacturing. European countries are developing new electric mobility solutions and sustainable transportation systems. South Korea continues pushing battery technology and intelligent manufacturing. Rather than one country replacing another, global competition is encouraging faster innovation across the entire industry. Every breakthrough inspires new ideas elsewhere. Consumers ultimately benefit from this worldwide race. The transportation available 10 years from now may look dramatically different from today's vehicles. Artificial intelligence could manage traffic with incredible precision. Autonomous systems may handle more routine driving tasks. Electric vehicles could charge significantly faster than they do today. Battery technology may continue increasing driving range while reducing costs. High-speed rail networks could expand even further. New transportation concepts currently under development may eventually become part of everyday life. Some experts even believe future transportation will become increasingly personalized. Vehicles could automatically adapt to individual preferences. Navigation systems may calculate routes using real-time environmental conditions, traffic flow, and energy efficiency. Maintenance could become almost entirely predictive, identifying potential issues long before they affect performance. Transportation may evolve into an intelligent service rather than simply a machine. Of course, Not every experimental technology will succeed. History has shown that some ambitious projects never reach commercial use. Others require decades before becoming practical. Innovation always involves uncertainty. Engineers test ideas. Some work, some don't. But every attempt expands human knowledge and helps shape future breakthroughs. That process has driven technological progress for generations. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of today's transportation revolution is how quickly expectations continue changing. Features considered extraordinary only a few years ago are now becoming standard. Electric vehicles once seemed like a distant future. Today, millions are already on the road. High-speed rail transformed long-distance travel in many parts of the world. Artificial intelligence has become part of everyday transportation systems. The next decade could bring changes that are just as significant. Whether it's smarter infrastructure, cleaner energy, faster rail systems, or entirely new methods of travel, transportation will continue evolving. And as countries compete to develop the next major breakthrough, innovation will likely accelerate even further. One thing is certain. The future of transportation is no longer a distant dream. It's already taking shape. The technologies being developed today will influence how future generations travel, work, and connect with the world. What once belonged only in science fiction is steadily becoming engineering reality, and the race to build that future is only getting faster. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more in-depth documentaries about cutting-edge technology, engineering breakthroughs, and the innovations shaping our future, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. We'll see you in the next video.